Now I'm standing in front of the Stork, which is a 5-bed, 3-bath, 2-story, 2-car garage that is almost 2,800 square feet. Now, before we go inside, I want to tell you a little bit more about what it's like to live in this area. Before I go inside and I start the tour, I wanted to tell you some more details about what it's actually like to live in this part of Phoenix, and specifically the Ridge at Stone Butte community. Now, something to know is that they're going to have 2 models built out, and we're going to tour one of those today, but they actually have 17 different floor plans stemming from 4 different series, starting anywhere between 650,000 all the way up to 1.5 million. Now they're gonna have about 1,100 lots when this is all said and done, and they're on about a 3-year project. Currently, right now, they've only sold about 115 lots, so that means there is a lot left and a lot to go. Now this community is gonna be very simple. It's not gonna have a fancy pool or any of those extra resort style upgrades. It is just gonna be a very basic gated community with a playground and plenty of walk area. So you're gonna have a low monthly fee HOA of about $115 or so. At the time of this video, they are giving $10,000 in closing costs and a 4.99 interest rate when you use their preferred mortgage lender. Very straightforward. It's very beautiful, very nice, obviously very modern. I really love the designs that they have here, but let me tell you a little bit more about the actual area. You're kind of nestled right in between the 17 and the 51 and the Loop 101. So you do have very close highway access, but you're not on top of the highway. Now, this is a very, very pretty area to live. You're located here in Cave Creek near the Tatum Ranch area. There are a lot of private golf courses, a lot of public golf courses, and not to mention there's also beautiful mountain views no matter which way you look. Now, this is an up and coming developing area, so they are going to keep developing around this area. They're expanding the highways, they're expanding the roads, and there's a lot of construction, but all that means is that it's growth, and that's good for price appreciation and home values. What I really like about this area specifically too is that a lot of times you don't need to get on the highway in order to get to your destination. So if you wanted to go to Desert Ridge Marketplace, which is probably the closest place where you can find your type of dining, shopping, and entertainment, all you gotta do is go down Cave Creek Road and you're gonna make it there in a short drive. Now there's a massive amount of development happening in that Desert Ridge area, and I don't wanna spend too much time on it, but you've got a Sprouts headquarters, which is gonna give you about 3,500 new jobs. You also have the Mayo Clinic, which is doing a new Desert Oasis, which is a $1.9 billion project that's also happening a couple miles down from here. So there's a lot of growth and a lot of development in the area. So I do, again, see home appreciation here going to continue to rise. Now, with that being said, if you guys want any more information regarding the area or the actual community, you guys can reach out to me. All of my contact information is below. Let's get started with the tour. Now, this is the front of the property. So you guys can see, 2-story, really nice, really spacious, pretty simple. And yeah, there you guys have it from the outside. So I'll see you guys inside. All right, now let's walk in and get started with the tour. So as we walk in, the first thing you're gonna notice is that you're gonna have a full bathroom downstairs right here. Super nice, very spacious. Then you're gonna have your laundry, which is gonna be right here, your washer and dryer. Also very spacious. And then right now, this is currently their office, but this is another room downstairs. Again, like I said, this is a 5-bed, 3-bath. As we kind of go back to this layout, bam, opens up right here to the right. You're gonna have a dining room, super nice chandelier that they have there. Again, so here we are, take a little tour. We came in, and then here is the kitchen. I love the kitchen, massive, nice, big, open floor plan. Lots and lots of bright daylight here. And we actually have beautiful mountain views. Let me see if you guys can see that. There's mountain views all the way across the backyard. So as we turn back around, really love the kitchen. You have the double right here, oven and microwave. You also have a nice stovetop right here. Really like this finished design with the quartz countertops and this kind of island here in the middle. It just really, really nice open layout floor plan. Take a look at that right there. There you guys go. Again, this is a 2-story, and what I really like about it is that if we look up here to the top, look at that lounge area. Look at that loft. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. So now, as we kind of keep going with the tour, and we move this way, we are going into our master bedroom. So we have our master bedroom, plenty of space. I like that it's big, but it's not too big. If you guys know me, I do not like when my TV is super far away from the bedroom. And here's where it is to kind of paint you guys a picture. There it is. And then let's move on to the master bathroom. Now the master bathroom is really spacious. That is a massive, massive shower. I really like the back and the splash and the tile. And then we also have our dual sinks right here. So there I am. Hello, everybody. Have our dual sinks. And then let's talk about closet space. So closet space, it is not the biggest that I've seen. It's also not the smallest that I've seen, but maybe, you know, if you add some shelves to the top or to the bottom, you can get a little bit more space. But yeah, the closet here is so-so. I'd give it about a 6 out of 10. So as we come back around, coming out of the master, we will go to the outside where we will end the video. Right before we go, again, this is kind of my favorite part. I mean, just look at how beautiful that is. Look at that, guys. Really love that. So let's go on upstairs now and continue with the tour. So as we get to the upstairs, if I had a house like this as a child, I don't think I would have ever came downstairs in my life. My dad would have loved it for sure to kind of play PlayStation up here and then family time at the bottom. But there you guys, look, there's the loft. Super, super nice. Look at what we have here. Plenty of space. And then you also have, look, a secondary office. So I kind of like the way they set it up downstairs with the living room. I mean, it could be an office space as well. Call this a secondary office space, but this is, I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. You can sit here, you can work, and you can go play PlayStation over there, or the kids can go hang out. Again, I will show you guys through the window right here. Check this out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mountain views. And as we kind of come back here, we'll take a look right here. And look at that. Nice. Little loft area. Bam. And we come back with the tour. So here we're gonna find the rest of our 3 bedrooms. We're gonna start off with our bathroom. I have here your standard, pretty regular sized bathroom. Dual vanities, love that. Then you're gonna have bedroom number 1 over here. I like the privacy on it, pretty decent size as well. Pretty normal closet. I like the fact that you've kind of got this little cut right here. Gives a little more privacy to the room. And then as we walk in, we have room number 2. A little bit more space in the room we were just in right now. Let's take a look at the closet. There we go. Bam. Super, super, super nice. And then as we come back around, here we go. We have our other room, room number 3. Let's take a look at the closet just so you guys can see. Right here, bam, pretty much around the same kind of space. And that kind of wraps it up for the upstairs. I'll be honest, I really love this layout. I mean, just take a look at that. So now let's go outside and kind of take a little bit of a look at the backyard. We'll come down together just so you guys can see how beautiful this view is. And let's go on outside. Okay, now we are outside and look at those mountain views. Just look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So up there, we'll have our big boy homes, but there's nothing little about this one right here. What a beauty. So look at that. Plenty of backyard space. As you guys can see, have room for a full-size pool if you wanted back here. Plenty of space to kind of make it your own, whatever you like. I really do like the way that they did this floor plan and the backyard. So that pretty much wraps it up for the inside and the outside of the tour. All right, everyone, there you guys have it. And that pretty much concludes the tour. So you have everything you need to know about the community, everything you need to know about the area, and everything you need to know about the floor plan. Now, before I let you go, there's one very special thing that I want to tell you guys. And I promised you that there was a special rebate program if you stayed to the end. So let me tell you about Derek's rebate program. And it's very simple. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm giving up to $10,000 back in the form of a rebate at closing when you use me as your buyer's agent. Now, there are certain requirements and I will be more than happy to share those with you at a later time. Now, there's also my contingency program, and that pretty much means if you are a seller and you do have a home to sell, I will list your home at 1% and you can use the rest of the funds to roll them into a property like this. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to fill out all the information below and reach out to me, and I will give you all of the information that you need to make sure that you are locked in for my rebate program or my contingency plan.